Hey guys, and welcome back. It is yet another ungodly hour, and I'm waiting here in front of the main train station down in Geneva. The bus I'm going to be catching from here will take me out directly to Geneva Airport.
Un peu de...
So today's flight to Malta will take approximately 2 hours and 10 minutes. We'll be flying over Italy, and then we'll be crossing a section of the Mediterranean Ocean. Alright guys, made it to Malta. Just got out of the airport and I'm in a small town located next to it called Gudja. It's spelled G-U-D-J-A. And there's a really cute church which I saw on Google Maps, which I'll show you in a sec. My flight went well. Unfortunately, I didn't have a window seat because I wanted to film some shots for you guys when we were landing. But I did see out one of the windows, or kind of, and it's remarkable how flat that these islands are. And also, one thing I noticed immediately was there's no forests. So I'm just going to use the opportunity while we're walking through these streets to tell you a little bit about Malta. Malta is one of the world's smallest countries. I think its total surface area is approximately 300 square kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. And I did look up that fact about the forests just right before, and Malta does in fact have no forests, and they also don't have any rivers. The people I've interacted with until now are super friendly. Most of them speak English. I've heard that basically everyone here speaks Maltese, or I don't know, almost everyone, and then about 80 or 85% speak English as well, which is super handy if you're a tourist. Malta has a population of roughly 520,000 as of 2024. So I'm assuming that hasn't changed too much since then. I was sitting next to a girl on the plane which also told me that Malta gained their independence from the UK in 1962. And while I was walking around before, I did notice some remnants of the era. So one of them was that they had a British post box, you know, the classic red ones, as well as a classic red phone booth, which was definitely interesting because it's something you would expect to find when you're walking the streets of London and not some small alley in Malta. All right guys, so I think that's about it for here, and now we'll head in towards the city. So I'm currently just walking down some back streets in a place called Lucca. It's L-U-Q-A, probably butchering that. But first impression, it kind of reminds me of Spain. Just kind of the way that the streets are built and some of the architecture. But there's definitely an Arabic influence here. Like, I remember walking in areas of Cairo which kind of remind me of this here. So I'm currently at a lookout point on Manuel Island, overlooking the Manuel Island Yacht Marina, which we just saw a second ago. Manuel Island is a small island located in the Marsamxett harbor of Malta. Despite its modest size, the island does have a rich history and some fascinating features, one of them being the Fort Manuel, which is a star-shaped fort which was used in the filming of the Game of Thrones location Great Sept of Baelor. And in this shot, I am standing on the stone beach overlooking the Marsamxett harbor over towards the old town of Valletta. Valletta is the capital of Malta and is also the smallest capital city in the European Union. In the current shot, you can see the massive fortifications of Valletta, which I was told offer stunning views. Another feature of the island are the massive amounts of stray cats, which people from the city will come to feed their leftovers to. On the topic of free roaming animals, while I was in the area of the Baluta buildings, I came across some chickens, which are apparently known as the Baluta chickens. These chickens spend a lot of their time up in the local trees, which I've never seen chickens do before. I'm currently in Spinola Bay, which is located in St. Julian's. Spinola Bay is one of Malta's most picturesque and vibrant spots. There's just a ton of people here, and there's some great restaurants you can eat at, which serve delicious food. You'll also come to find a lot of bigger and smaller shops to satisfy all of your shopping needs while you are in the area. Spinola Bay used to be a quiet fishing village, and you can still see colorful traditional Maltese fishing boats bobbing in the water, especially early in the morning. Apparently, some local fishermen still launch from Spinola, keeping alive a centuries-old tradition. Morning, guys. This is yet another beautiful day here in Malta. Unfortunately, today is the day I'm leaving as well, so I'm just heading out to the airport now. But if we're lucky, we should see some interesting things on the way out there. In case some of you are interested in the political aspects of Malta as a country, Malta is a parliamentary republic with a unicameral legislature called the House of Representatives. The President of Malta is a ceremonial head of state, while their Prime Minister is the actual head of government holding real executive power. Malta also has one of the most stable two-party systems in Europe, consisting of their Labour Party and their Nationalist Party, and elections are often highly competitive with a very high voter turnout, often over 90%. Another random fact about Malta for all of you bird watchers or hobby ornithologists: Malta sits on a major bird migration route, and you can often see thousands of birds flying between Africa and Europe, especially in spring and autumn. One of my favorite traditions of Malta is the naming of houses. Apparently, this is a deeply rooted part of the island's culture, and before Malta had formal street numbering systems, houses were apparently identified by their names. Many homes here are named after saints, biblical references, or family members. All right, guys, so I pretty much made it back to the airport, and I'm gonna be heading in a sec. Thanks so much for watching. If anyone has the time and money to come here, do so. You will not regret it. Malta has so much to offer, and it's such a beautiful country, and the people are just great too. Basically everyone I've interacted with is super helpful and kind, and yeah, I've met some really great people while I was here. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up now. I'm gonna head inside, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, that's it.